Hello out there to you. In this video, we're going to solve for the utility maximizing quantity for this problem, but we're going to do it using Google Sheets. So we've got this person, this consumer called Jen. Jen looks like she buys coffee and bagels, spends $12 a week. Here's the utility function. This is the number of units that she likes to buy, and then her total utility. You can see after 11 bagels, she gets totally stuffed and has sort of disutility. She doesn't like to eat more of those. And then over here, oh, that was coffee. Sorry, she can get really jacked up on coffee. Over here, the bagels, seventh bagel is equal to the sixth bagel. So, all right. So I'm going to use Google Sheets to figure this out. And the formula that I want to use, just as a reminder, is I want the marginal utility of the first product divided by the price of the first product to equal the marginal utility of the second product divided by the price of the second product, all conditional on the budget. Okay, whoops. So what I'm up to here in English is I need to figure out the right combination of coffee and bagels where she has spent her $12 to get the most additional happiness per dollar. Okay, so we need to calculate the marginal utility. That's just the additional utility. Like if I were to sit here and calculate this, the first coffee is 10, the next coffee is 9, and over here the first bagel is 8, the second bagel is 6, but that's not why you came here. You want to see it in Google Sheets. So here's Google Sheets. Okay, so okay, so coffee, I'm going to make a little table here. Make it a bit smaller so I can see both sides. Yeah. Alright, so let's do quantity. Actually, let's do coffee. Call this coffee, and then quantity, total utility, and then I need marginal utility. And then we'll make this guy a little bit less wide or more narrow. We'll do the same thing for bagels. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, and it should be smart enough to recognize that I'm doing a, there we go, up to 13, and I can just grab all of this, hit Control C, copy it right there. Okay, now I do need to punch in all of this data, 19, 27, 34, 40, 45, 49, 52, 54, 55, 59, 54. And total utility on the bagels. I was doing the wrong. It's already doing the calculation there, 18. Somewhere I went wrong because that one is 14, that's 18, 21, 23. All right, where did we go wrong? 14, 18, 21. Huh. Well, let's start over here. 8, 14, 18, 21, 23, 24. Oh, because I didn't start at 0. That's where my mistake was. I'm sure you spotted it out there before I did, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with this. I just need to remember that this consumer has 12. Okay, So I want to maybe zoom in. Can I get a little bit closer? Yes. There we go. And I'll make all of this bold just by preference. Okay. So I don't have marginal utility on the first one. And marginal utility really is the difference between total utility and quantity. Okay, so it's the difference between here and here divided by the difference between here and here, which is just 1. You don't really need to calculate it because you can see it, but just in case you got one that didn't have it that way. And Google Sheets is going to say, hey, I see what you're doing, and so it did it for us, okay? We can do the same thing over here, although this time I'm going to just take a shortcut. It's just this minus this. And sure, we'll let you autofill. Okay, so we want to find a combination where they equal each other. So what I like to do is find one that actually works. So here, how about here and here? I hope I didn't guess the right one here. So let's do this. Let's mark them yellow. This one and this one. So now I want to say, can I afford that with $12? Now I have forgotten. Call this the budget. I have forgotten. Actually, we can even do what the, let's say, coffee, bagels, total. I have forgotten what the price was. Price was 2. Bagels was 1. Okay, so let's do price equals 2. Price equals 1. Okay. So if I spent that, I'm writing a function here. I'm going to spend, that's 9 coffees. We're going to multiply it by that. And I am going to put $signs in for that because I'm going to lock in that formula. What I did there was, that is the number of coffees times the price of coffee. Now, if I change, the reason I did that, if I change the price of coffee to like 4, changes the spending there. But I don't want to do that yet. And then for bagels, it's the number of bagels times price of bagels, and that would be 5. Total spending would be this plus this. That's $23. I can't afford that. And actually, I just thought of something cool. What we could do is drag all these guys over here. We could say quantity. Okay, so then now you can just punch in. You can punch in how many of each one, and then we'll tie it to that. So that one didn't work. All right, well, let's try to dial it back to 3 and 3. Let's try the pink combo. It's really pink. Try a different color. You got a lighter color there. Sheets. Okay, and I can actually grab this paint format and it'll paint it over there. Okay. So now I'm going to do 4 bagels and 8 coffees. So let's multiply this times the price there, and then this times the price there, and that's 20. So still too much money. Okay. Now rather than color code them, this time I'm gonna try 3 bagels and 7 coffees, and that is $17. That didn't work. There is no 5 and 5. Let's try 6 and 6. So 6 and 6 is 2 bagels and 5 coffees. 2 bagels and 5 coffees. That's my kind of person right there. All right. Anyway, that's $12. Okay, so that worked out. That's the answer. So the answer to this question is she maximizes her utility when she buys 5 coffees and 2 bagels. Now, what's cool about this is you can change, let's say that the price of, we got some inflation, the price of bagels went up to 2, and the price of coffee went up to 4. It just changed the spending there. So if that happened, let's see if the right answer now is 3 and 1. No, she can't afford that. So really, she just have to dial it back there. Be a disaster. So it looks like the best she could do there would be like 2 and 2, spend all of her money there on both of those. But anyway, so if you set up the spreadsheet that way, you can change everything and get at the right